Hello, welcome back to another episode of Internal Rambles. This is your girl, Rochelle. Internal Rambles is a podcast where I discuss trending entertainment topics, music, movies, etc. And I also do reality show recaps, which is what today's episode is. I am continuing to recap and review Love and Marriage Detroit Season 2. This will be a recap of episode 2, which was titled The Book of Revelations. Okay. Let's not wait. Let's not hesitate. Let's get right on into what happened on this second episode of the second season of Love and Marriage Detroit. Okay? All right. Okay, so the second episode picks up where the first one left off. We are still at the anniversary dinner for Bravo, and there is a lot of tension. And no one seems to kind of know why Kimberly is so upset with Kristina. And we kind of sort of find out. Not really, but let's get into it. Kimberly shares that she met Brandon and Kristina 11 years ago and that they were really great friends until one year it was Kristina's birthday party and they were at her and her husband. So Kimberly and her husband was at the table at Kristina's party with some of Kristina's friends, and I guess Kristina's friends saw that Kimberly had an Android and they commented that to Kimberly, "Oh, you have an Android," and Kimberly says yes, and they noticed that Kimberly's husband also had an Android. And so I guess one of Kristina's friends said, well, then you guys are a perfect match for each other because you like mediocre things. So then Kimberly says that she would never allow her friends to make fun of or be disrespectful to any friend of hers. And Kristina never said anything. She never stood up for Kimberly, and that was an issue for her. And so people are kind of looking around, and then that starts a whole back and forth. And so Kristina's like, so that's the issues, a comment about an Android phone? And I'm like, you mad about that? Because listen, I'm team Android. Okay, give me a Galaxy all day. I actually have. So I've been Team Galaxy for many years. Now I actually have two phones. I got two phones. I have a Galaxy now and an iPhone. We ain't gonna talk about why honestly, it's like having a cell phone and a home phone, but I have two phones. But to this day, I still prefer my Galaxy. I know y'all iPhone lovers. Okay, the iPhone is cool. I got one. But it's just something about that Galaxy. It just does a lot and I love it. I don't know. I can't let go of my Galaxy. Even though I got an iPhone, I did try it out. I'm like, okay, iPhone. But I'm not letting go of my Galaxy. I'm about to go. I did not upgrade because I'm one of them ones. The way that y'all upgrade your iPhones, I was like that with my Galaxy. But I did not because I had got the iPhone and I'm like, okay, well, I can't. I got two phones. I can't. This is ridiculous. And I'm getting older. I'm like, girl, come on. But now I'm like, okay, it's time to upgrade the Galaxy because I done waited. But listen, I don't care nothing about what people say about them Androids. I love me a droid, okay? And it's just like, why is that, it just seems like a childish thing to be, maybe it's just me, to be upset about. What was Katrina supposed to do? Turn over a table? I don't know. So then it starts this back and forth I don't remember who it said it, but at the table during the show, it was like a tennis match between Kristina and Kimberly. You did this and you did that and did it, and but there really is an issue that Kimberly has with Kristina. We don't really find out what it is. There's an issue. It goes beyond the Android, the Android comment. She does say to Kimberly does say to Kristina, you're fake. You are. I think she calls her manipulative. I'm not sure. And she calls her a bad friend. And so nonetheless, she did call her a lot of negative things. There is something there. There's some sort of deep pain. There's some sort of deep issue. It goes beyond that Android comment. And Kimberly does say that Kristina did not reach out to her. She did not she does not believe that Kristina is a good friend. So there's some issue that they did have, and she does not believe that Kristina tried to mend fences. So hopefully we find out what the real issue Kimberly has, because it goes beyond whatever that may have started Kimberly to see Kristina in a different way, but that's not the real issue that she has with Kristina. It goes definitely beyond, you didn't stick up when your friends tried to play me because I have an Android. And Kimberly does say that she wanted Kristina to say that she was sorry that happened, and she didn't get that from Kristina. And Kimberly says, you want to be me, and I don't even know. So it's a lot that's there between the two of them. So, and it left the others like, what is going on? Like, they thought that it was supposed to be a celebration for Bravo, and there was just this not unnecessary drama, but the others, like, for example, Colby, who's, I'm guessing, maybe meeting Kimberly for the first time, and then there's this tension and this back and forth between Kristina and Kimberly, and I'm pretty sure Bravo and his wife didn't know that there was this issue, but LaToya definitely knew. So she definitely knew that there was going to be potentially an issue, or at least tension or something between Kristina and Kimberly, and she knew that something was going to occur at that dinner. And so LaToya says that she invited Kimberly and her husband because they haven't been out in a while. And Kristina's like, no, you invited them. You know why you invited them. You say you don't like drama, but you knew that there would be some sort of incident or dramatic, or that she would bring up something because she don't like me. And LaToya's like, I didn't know. Girl, you knew, because you're friends with Kimberly, and I'm pretty sure she's doing a lot of back gossiping about Kimberly, she's doing a lot of gossiping about Kristina behind her back. So you knew it was going to be something, because I bet you she told you, wait till I see Kristina. I can't wait till I don't want to see her, but if I have to see her, I'm going to let her know how I feel about her. Child, I know how things go. You know how things go, and you was ready to sip that tea and see the fireworks fly. As they did, a little bit. Anywho, moving right along. So, later on in the episode, Brandon works out with Russell, and they bring up the anniversary party for Bravo. And Brandon says that he believes as well that LaToya knew that there was going to be an issue at the dinner, because LaToya knows that Kimberly does not like Kristina. And then Brandon shares with Russell that him and Kristina are separated, and Russell gets emotional because he's sad to hear that there's issues between Brandon and Kristina in their marriage, and he shows support to Russell. So it was a sweet moment between those two friends. Kristina meets with her friend Chelsea. Kristina shares that she wants to get back into music, that she's tired of putting her life on hold, particularly because Brandon is not supportive of her doing music, even though when he met her, she was an artist. He shared that he did not marry a music artist, which is unfortunate that he is not supportive of her interest, as she is very supportive of his career. And Kristina shares with Chelsea that there's issues between her and Brandon, and Kristina shares that she wants Brandon to get back to who he was when they married. He was church going, strong in his faith, and he's not, that he no longer, or he has not attended church in a very long time. She wants him to get back to that and find some spiritual mentors, etc. Basically, she wants him to be more like the man that she married, and be more aligned with her, as she still attends church. Faith is very important to her. And just kind of, when they say, I'm going off on my own little tangent here, but evenly yoked. You want someone that's in line in your beliefs and supporting you and your interests, and that you can, a partner, a life partner. So as you're encouraging you in what you do, and then also walking in the same line as you as well. So I can understand how that can be difficult for her. Next, Brandon meets with Anthony, and they're kind of frenemies. Last season they were getting into it a lot, and Brandon shares with him that he wants to be friends with. Brandon shares with Anthony that he wants to be friends with him, but Anthony has kind of just been a little bit shaky. One of the things that he did last season was they were having an event. Brandon was having an event that they were supposed to kind of be co-facilitating with each other, but then Anthony brought in someone that Brandon is not fond of. Actually, the person historically over many years poached multiple, or did or attempted to poach some of the artists that Brandon was working with. So it's like, why are you bringing in someone that he considers to be, what they call like an op? Like, why are you bringing in the op to work? Like, I don't want to work with this person. This person is not a friend of mine. They're not good for me. They're not good for my business. They actually have taken money from me and opportunities from me. If you're my friend, you wouldn't do that. So, and then also Brandon brings up the fact that, and also your wife, we're at a dinner to support a friend, and then your wife brings in Kimberly, who can't stand my wife. Like, why are both of y'all kind of setting us up for negative and putting us in negative situations? So they talk it through, and Anthony says, I do support you. I do want to be your friend, etc. And Brandon does share that that he's going through a lot, that him and Kristina are separated. And so Anthony really sympathizes with that, because there was a time where him and LaToya were separated and going through their own marital issues, and he can relate at how difficult and challenging that can be. And Brandon says, please don't tell LaToya, because he doesn't want that getting back to Kimberly, especially because Kimberly and Kristina are not friends, and he doesn't want to give her more ammunition to spew at Kristina. And I'm like, child, Anthony's going to run tell that to, to LaToya. And I don't even think, not even in a malicious way, just because that's his wife. Like, husbands and wives tell each other things. So, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with him telling Anthony that, but I just think it's an unreasonable expectation that Anthony is not going to tell LaToya. Sorry for the noise. These are my notes that you hear in the background. And Anthony does tell LaToya, because LaToya comes home from work. She's stressed with work, and Anthony shares that he doesn't want Brandon and Kristina to feel like they're on the outside of the group. He wants them to feel as though they're still a part of the friend group. And LaToya's like, I mean, okay, I don't care about, how they, LaToya don't care, basically. It's particularly about Kristina, whether she's on the in, the out, the up, the down, the diagonal of the group. So Anthony's like, how about I just talk to Kristina, see how she doing? Is she all right? She okay? She doing, she all right? And LaToya's like, why? Why are you talking to her? He's like, I'm just going to talk to her, check in with her. She all right? She good? She okay? And so because LaToya kept questioning, then Anthony's like, well, because, her and Brandon are struggling. I just want to make sure she okay. She all right. And so LaToya's like, well, okay, but, they in the past have had issues thinking that people, particularly we, are butting in their business. Don't have them coming at us saying we butting in and putting our nose where it don't belong. And so Anthony's like, I'm not going to stick my nose where it don't belong, but I just want to check in, make sure she all right. They don't talk like this, by the way. So, I think I don't even know. I'm not a fan of Anthony, so hopefully it's coming from a good place and it's not coming from a disingenuous place. But he does say he want to check in with Kristina, so we'll see how that goes. Colby and Russell. Colby is pregnant with their second child, and Colby shares that she is having some pelvic pain, a lot of discomfort, and Russell is like, what? Where? Oh my goodness. Oh man, he seems to be empathetic, but then I'm kind of fast forwarding a bit. This is not necessarily always chronological when I recap. Later on in the episode, because Colby really wants a boy because she feels as though their daughter is a daddy's girl. She wants a boy because she feels as though if she has a boy, it'll be a mama's boy. And that baby gonna love me the way that I deserve to be loved. She wants a child to love her unconditionally. She want the unconditional love. She want a mama's boy because the daughter is a daddy's girl. So Russell's like, well, if the second child's a daughter, we can wait 6 months and try again for a baby. And I'm like, did you not just hear your wife say she's in a lot of pain? She going through it. She also talks about just how much work it is just having children. And he's like, well, all you got to do is take care of the kids. I pay the bills. Just take care of the kids. He don't care nothing about what it's like to take care of the kids, especially young. I think the daughter's like 2 or 3. Young kids, toddlers. Just push the babies out. You just take care of the house. You all right? I'm doing the hard work. I'm working. Jobs. That's the hard. You doing the easy work. Child, you be all right. You young, fit. You gonna be okay. 6 months. Psh, that's all you need. Anywho, So they do a gender reveal that she doesn't even want to do because she just doesn't want to do it. But she's a social influencer. What do they call them? A media influencer, social influencer. She's hoping that, her team says, well, if you do this, maybe you'll get some brand deals, some baby brand deals. That's how you can make them dollar bills, y'all. And Russell wants to do it too. So she reluctantly does it and finds out that, oops, that second baby not a boy, it's a girl. And she is upset. She's trying to hide it, but she wants to cry and bury herself under a pillow because not another girl, not another daddy's girl. It's not a boy. Oh my God, am I going to have to push out a third baby? Am I going to have to keep trying until I get a boy? And I was just sitting there like, you do know that's... First of all, she didn't want the second kid. She says that Russell trapped her. I ain't even going to get into that logistics. She didn't even want the second child. But then she said, okay, well, maybe I can have a boy. Do you know how the baby making process? You can't shoot. Now, not even getting into how that can kind of sort of happen. But, doing the natural, normal horizontal boogie type of baby making processes, you do know sometimes people, they go 4, 5, 6 babies and they be all girls or all one gender, I should say. There's no guarantee you'll get the gender that you want. So you could keep pushing out them babies and they be all girls, girl. Now you can adopt and then maybe you'll get a boy, but it won't be biologically yours, I mean, I don't know if Kobe even want, I'm not going to assume. I'm like, do you even want kids, Kobe? But she don't want no more. Girl. And to have, and I empathize with her. I don't sympathize. I don't have children, nor did I ever want them. So I understand in that regards. But to have young children under the age of 5, ooh, child, whew, I understand. And, it's a lot of work. And she talks a lot about being a submissive wife. Not going to get on a soapbox about, everyone has their own definition about what that means. And honey, don't get yourself in a state of depression for the rest of your life because you don't stand up for not one thing that you want. We have to understand what that, everyone's marriage is different, but honey child, whew, all the best to her. But and at the end of the day, I think too, like, sometimes children, they start off, being daddy's girl, and then they, they end up bonding with the other parents, and then they become both, it doesn't always stay that way. That shouldn't be the motivating. Just love your children and be happy and feel blessed. Not to project. I'm not even projecting. I'm just saying, like, just, you got happy, healthy, love on them children and just keep it pushing because, Lord, that's a lot. It's just a lot. Especially, I don't know. It's hard because you cannot pick the gender of them babies in the way that you're going. So that's that. You mess around and have a football team of girls. But anyways, that's that. All the best. Was that the end of the episode? Oh, it was. So, I don't know. My thoughts are all the best and prayers to Colby and Russell, and healthy babies, healthy pregnancy, healthy delivery, healthy postpartum, love them kids, and, you know, that's all I'm going to say. And then just hopefully Russell can understand too just the hard work that it is to bear them children, to deliver them children, to take care of them children, and then just also the communication about the wants and needs of each other. Anthony and LaToya, I don't really have much to say about them. There's not much we see kind of them as they interact with the others, but I don't know if we've really been seeing what's going on with them in their marriage. I guess we'll have to wait to see what's going on in their marriage. And then for Kristina and Brandon, I hope Brandon can see more of, and Kristina has said that she feels as though Brandon is not listening to her and what she needs. I think that he sees, okay, I'm working, I'm providing, Kristina should be good, but there's so much more to a marriage and to a relationship than that. And I just hope that he can really listen to Kristina and what she's saying that she needs. And have they done, I don't know if this has been brought up, have they done marriage counseling? Because it just seems like communication is just like there's a block there. I don't know. And then the Dobines we haven't seen a lot of, so I guess we have to see more of them. So that's that. That's the episode. What are your thoughts? So far, I mentioned this. I just feel as though we just need to continue to see more. And I think we are seeing what's happening with Kristina and Brandon. That seems to be the focal point. And LaToya and Anthony, I don't know what's happening with them. And we are seeing Colby and Russell, and then the Dobines, I guess, are they like more, are they like in the show more, or are they kind of on the outskirts? I don't know. I guess we just need to see more of some of the others. Are they there? Are they really there? It's, I don't know. But it's only episode 2. So I think there's an event that we may learn more about what the heck is Kimberly's issue with Kristina. But yeah, so far, it's okay so far. I'm not disliking it, so we'll see what happens. Okay. If you didn't listen to my first episode recap, please do so. Check out my previous episodes, my normal episodes where I discuss trending entertainment topics. Those release on Thursdays. My last episode was discussing the Lil Wayne Kendrick debate, Super Bowl debate, and other stuff. I talk about a lot of things. I think this episode, or coming this week, I will be talking about The Circle. The Circle is back. It won't be a recap, a full recap. I'll just be discussing what my thoughts thus far and whatever else is happening in the trending world. Subscribe to me so that you get my episodes immediately and you stay in touch on my episodes and all the things that happens here at Internal Rambles podcast. Okay, love to know what you thought about this episode. Let me know. And until next episode, this is your girl, Rochelle.